It's Talking Comics Live with Collectors Confessions. Hopefully you didn't miss us the last 3 weeks. We haven't been on. We were away last week. Both Brian and I took our vacations at the same time, as not to slow production of our show up. And the week before, I was at a movie premiere for the movie Stream, new horror movie. Check it out. It's in theaters now. It's a limited run. It's actually in theaters right now. Some of the movies that are playing, stars from the actual movie Stream, will be in there. We met most of them at the actual premiere, which was pretty cool. Thanks, Fuzz on a Lens, for inviting us. It was awesome. We're here. We're going to look at 3 weeks of comics. So we're going to be a little bit longer than normal. That's why Flash Homer is joining us. He's going to hang out with us during this very special episode that we're back. Glad you guys could join us. Hopefully you didn't miss us. So without any further ado, let's get back into comics. Let's look at what we bought as we do every week. We pull our bag out. This is from 3 weeks ago. So we have the first week, the 7th, the 14th, and yesterday, 21st. We're going to be looking at comics from those 3 weeks. I have a pile of comics to put away when we're done with this. DC Comics Absolute Power continues. This is Absolute Power number 2. The story of how basically Amanda Waller is eliminating all the heroes and taking over the DC universe. It's been very good. I'm actually almost caught up on all the stories. A lot of crossovers, a lot of tie-ins. It starts with Superman and Batman's robots, and now they're actually mimicking, Amazo is mimicking all of the superheroes' powers, taking them out one at a time. It's been an excellent story. My Adventures with Superman continues where the actual cartoon left off, so it's additional stories. Cartoon has been really good. If you're watching it, you will definitely enjoy the comic book. This is worth a read. It's been fun. I've been really enjoying this. This is issue number 3. First 2 issues were great. Shazam has been a good title over the last couple of months. It's more of a story of how it is to be a superhero and a kid at the same time. So it's playing for that. Shazam loses powers. Billy Batson doesn't have the powers. It's been an entertaining run. It's being written by Josie Campbell is writing this. I believe Josie Campbell is also writing this. Yes, so these 2 titles, both being written by Josie Campbell, who's doing an excellent job with both titles. Going to try to get her on the show. We love creators that... Hi. Thanks for joining us. We're going to go through our comic books for 3 weeks because we have not been around. We were on vacation. We got a special gift while we were on vacation. It's called COVID. So yes, I am suffering from COVID right now, but still putting on the show. Hurting, but still going through it. Blue Beetle number 11. Another title that has been soaring since the actual movie. I think the comic is better than the movie is. It's really looking at how it is to be a superhero. It seems like DC is really going less away from the whole superpower and fighting big things as to more the personal side of being a superhero, and I'm really enjoying it. Kneel Before Zod, probably my favorite DC title out right now. It looks at how Zod is taking back his planet. So he created his own planet. Thank you. It's we were on vacation and we were with a bunch of people, and so far 7 of us have come back and we have COVID, and to different degrees. I'm actually hurting right now and sweating because I probably have some kind of fever. But I wanted to put on the show. I didn't want to go another week without doing it. So let's get through this. These are absolutely amazing. I am so happy that DC finally took the lead of Marvel and started doing these action figure covers. So DC is doing superpowers. Marvel kind of did Secret Wars and some other ones. DC's look great, but the back of the covers make this probably the best variant cover, action figure variant covers I have ever seen. Look at the back. They're showing other ones that they're doing. I really hope that McFarlane takes the lead on these and makes each and every one of these, including this stuff, actual figures. I hope they tie in from this to the actual action figures, because I really want the Kid Flash. This is Batman number 151. Here's the variant cover. Here's what the real cover looks like. Batman is battling a Superman villain, Bizarro. These are by far my favorite variant covers in a long time. I love the action figure covers. If you've been following us, you know I always buy them. But these are next level. Look, they even have the cards like they did back in the day. That wasn't the only one. This was another one. Gotham City Sirens number 21 has Poison Ivy on it, who's also shown in the back. My assumption is all of these are going to be covers. Look, they even have a price tag like it's from a store. These are awesome. I actually have some of the carded ones from the original run. I bought these when I was a kid. This is absolutely fantastic. These are amazing. Amazing. Look at how amazing these are. Keep going. Although DC still has their Absolute Power crossover going, Marvel ended Blood Hunt, but they have some titles spinning off of Blood Hunt. Blood Hunters number 1 is the first title to spin off of this. It's going to follow Miles Morales as a vampire with a team that's going to fight the remnants of the vampire. So, if you're buying these, I hope you're enjoying them. Yeah, that would be good. A real Cyclops visor would be awesome. I've seen something. The Magneto helmet it's been on my list to buy the Magneto helmet and actually wear it on one of the shows, but I haven't dropped it yet. Variant covers from Marvel this month. Coca-Cola. Avengers number 17 is doing a Coca-Cola tie-in. Talk about commercialization. This is the Coca-Cola tie-in. See, he's carrying a Coke bottle. There is a number of titles that have this. This is the first one. The other variant covers that are coming out this month from Marvel are Disco Dazzler. So to tie into Dazzler, if you haven't seen the movie yet, I'm going to spoil it for you. Dazzler is not in Deadpool and Wolverine. And if you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Jump in on that. Let's go. Deadpool and Wolverine was awesome, but Dazzler wasn't in it. Maybe she'll be in a later movie. Maybe she'll be in 4. Here's another Disco Dazzler cover. No, here's the first one. Avengers did both the Coke and the Disco Dazzler. Here's Disco Dazzler Storm at the Disco. I'm a huge Dazzler fan. If you've been watching the show for a while, you know I buy anything that's Dazzler. These Disco Dazzler covers, I have every single one on my pull list. Hopefully you're enjoying it. Doctor Strange number 18, another Disco Dazzler variant cover. Doesn't he always look like he's at the disco? He's always dressed like a disco. Hulk 15, Hulk smashing in the disco. These Disco Dazzler covers are fantastic. Brings you back to the 70s. If you're old enough to remember the 70s, then you know that they are. Uncanny X-Men number 1, another Disco Dazzler cover. Look at that. There's the Disco Dazzle logo. Has a little LP on there. Some of these are my favorite. If you've been watching, Uncanny X-Men 266. It's a reprint, but it reprints it exactly how it originally appeared back in the 1990s. Right? This is from 1990. It has the original advertisements in it. It's an exact duplicate copy. I love these. I have this original. I bought this when it first came on newsstands, so I have 266, but I just love these repros here. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Listen, if there's stuff here that you're buying or you're interested in buying, you haven't bought yet, drop in the comments. Say, oh, I'm reading that. It's fantastic. I love the variant covers that you're talking about. Where do I get these? Wait, I missed those Superpowers covers. Comment. This is not just me talking. This is us communicating. That's why I love doing this. I love doing the live episode every week because we get to chat with each other. And we're going to be going forward. We're going to be doing a live, like a review. So we're going to pick a comic and we're going to, hopefully everyone reads it before and we all chat about it on here. We're going to do the same thing with movies. We're going to watch a movie and hopefully you guys watch a movie. And then we all get together on here and chat about the movie. We think we're going to do Superman 3 to start because it's Superman 3 and there's so much to talk about there. We haven't decided on the comic yet. Probably going to be an arc, maybe like Kraven's Last Hunt is up there. We might be something like that. So we would hope you guys will read it beforehand, and then after you read it, we all get together at a date and we chat about it. One of my favorite artists, John Tyler Christopher, Venom War number 1. This is his blank space covers. These covers are perfect for getting signed. He's been doing them on and off for the last like 3 or 4 months. Here's the latest one, Venom War. Venom War also has a Scotty Young cover this month. As you can see by my hat, I'm a big Scotty Young fan. This is I think Venom is one of the best ones he does. Venom War's number 1 Scotty Young cover. Spider-Man Black Suit and Blood. another #1 Scotty Young variant cover. And finally, Ultimate Black Panther #7. These comics have been selling incredibly well. I don't know why. I haven't started reading these yet. I keep saying I'm going to get to them, and I haven't. Hey, Comic Plug is here. Comic Plug is a regular on our live. Yeah, did you get all the Superpowers variants ordered? Good. Comics Plug, check him out. He also has a YouTube channel. Go check his channel out. He looks at all kinds of comics too. Definitely worth a subscription. If you subscribe to us, you should be subscribed to him too. Let's keep going. This is from August 7th. Let's look at August 14th. Actually, these are also from August 7th too. These were came in late. The Boy Wonder #3, good series. It's a little bit darker than most series. Savage Dragon #1 reprint. Love the original. Bought it when it first came out. Here's Ring. And another Disco Dazzler. Daredevil #12, Disco Dazzler. Is anybody else picking up the Disco Dazzler comics? Let's look at the 14th. Here's our stack. If you looked at the thumbnail is a comparison between my stack of comics and Brian's stack of comics. We were at our local comic shop together. My stack was like this. Brian's stack was like this. And that was 2 weeks worth. We were both away. Episodes coming on where we were. We visited comic shops in different parts of the country. So hopefully you enjoy them. Make sure you subscribe. Don't miss any of our upcoming issues. I actually visited the oldest comic book shop in the world on my vacation. Let's look at what we bought on the 14th. Here we go. Tom Holland's Fright Night, Evil Ed Rising. This is a new Fright Night series from American Mythology. We actually interviewed the owner of American Mythology about 2 years ago. Nice guy, putting some great comic books out there. As independent as independent can be, you should pick him up. He does some good horror stuff on there. Absolute Power continues at DC. Task Force 7. Series has been great. I'm really not sure how it's going to end and what the implications are going to be. I know there's going to be major changes based on this from DC Comics. So we're going to get a new Batman, a new Superman, a new Wonder Woman based on what happens here. So let's see where it goes. You have to be reading these to understand what's going to go on. Action Comics #1068. A new arc, I believe. It gets away from Absolute Power. New artist, new writer, I believe, in this one too. I'm a little bit behind. I picked all of these up yesterday. Batman and Robin 12. Really enjoying Batman and Robin. It's been good. It's a good look at the relationship again. DC's more looking at relationships about being superheroes. It's a look at the relationship between a father and a son and how they're struggling to get along based on them both being superheroes. Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian era. Finally, another Gotham by Gaslight. The original one was groundbreaking for me. I loved how they went back. It was one of the first Elseworlds. Since then, there's been a lot of them. I'm buying this because I just love it. Watchmen on the back of the covers this month. Another DC vs. Vampire. I guess Marvel just finished Blood War. DC decided that they were going to continue their Vampire War. This is a continuation of the original DC Vampires. This is World War V. This will be one of the first issues I read after we're done with this show, because I really do. Death in the Family, Robin Lives. This is a retelling of the original Death in the Family. In this case, Robin lives and doesn't die. First issue was really good. It goes through the trauma that Tim Drake is having because he survived the attack by the Joker. Green Lantern #14. This is an Absolute Power tie-in. A lot of comics are tying into Absolute Power. Basically, each one of these shows how the powers are getting taken away for each of the heroes. I'm not sure how you would take away Green Lantern's power. I understand how to take away Aquaman's and how to take away Superman, but Green Lantern is a ring. How do you take away his power? And Batman, you can't take away his power. Another reprint, House of Secrets, #92. This is the first appearance of Swamp Thing. Again, these reprints are completely showing as it was when it was originally printed with the original advertisements. Is that a Mark Jewell? Yeah, Mark Jewell. So it's a Mark Jewell variant one. Didn't even know that. The Mark Jewell is a famous variant cover from back in the 70s and and it had this in it. It only went to military. So, I mean, I love these. I looked at this to buy the original one. We did a whole episode on Swamp Thing. We actually 2 episodes Brian did. I'm looking to buy this one, but it's a little bit too expensive, so I figured I'll get the reprint. And it's, I'm going to read it and fill it in. Outsiders number 10 without Batman. Kind of still a Batman title, though. It's been pretty good. Not my favorite, but it's been all right. One of my favorite variant covers has been the Disney version of actual Marvel titles. This is Amazing Spider-Man 55, and I mean, I love that they turned the characters in. They actually, last month, they did their first title where Wolverine, what if Wolverine was Donald Duck, and it was excellent. It was absolutely fantastic. If you guys like what you've seen, just comment, tell me what you're buying. I love to hear from everybody else what they're getting. As I said earlier, Disco Dazzler, August's variant covers from Marvel. Here's a bunch of other ones. Amazing Spider-Man number 55 has this too. So I buy variant covers. Look at that. He looks like he's the disco ball. Fantastic 423 shows them all getting ready at the disco. I might do a custom of these. Maybe I'll do a custom thing with the white suit on. These would be great figures. Do a disco line of figures. Halvarine number 4. It's been pretty good. It's the story of how it's not Wolverine's son has the power of the Ghost Rider. It's been good. This is a new title, Werewolf by Night number 1. This is a Disco Dazzler variant, and it's explicit, so it's following in the blood hunt thing. Marvel's getting more explicit titles out there. I think there was a Wolverine 2 this month that I missed. Venom number 36, Disco Dazzler cover. I'm not sure Venom's very disco-y except for the glitter. He's probably the least disco-y of all the disco covers. But definitely good though in its own sense. It's I love that they're doing Dazzler. X Factor number 1, new X Factor series. Scotty Young variant cover. Disco Dazzler variant cover. The Angel would definitely be hanging out at Studio 54. It was the 1970s. X-Men number 2 Disco Dazzler cover. As you can see, there are a lot of Disco Dazzler covers. They're awesome, and these Disco Dazzler covers are fantastic. My favorite character at Marvel, if you missed it a couple of weeks back, we talked about this. My favorite, absolute number 1 character at Marvel is Iron Fist, and Iron Fist has a new series out. It's the 50th anniversary of Iron Fist, 50 years of Iron Fist. This is issue number 1. I got this one, and I got this variant. My comic shop ran out of the other variants, so I'm looking for the other variants. My intention is to get all of them. I made a mistake and didn't put my order in for all of them. That was my fault. Probably one of my favorite Disco Dazzler covers, Thor. This is the variant figure you need to make. It's Thor number 14 in his Disco Dazzler attire. Another reprint. This is a big one. First appearance of the Black Suit Spider-Man. Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8 with original ads and all. I remember buying this on the newsstand. Don't have it anymore. Sold it at some point in my life, probably during college. But what a great story. The old cartoons. One of my favorite right there. If you look behind me, you'll see that I have them up on the wall. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 23. The Disco Dazzler. Who does not want that jacket? I know I do. I would wear that. Sure as hell I would wear that. She-Hulk number 10. Another one of my favorite characters over at Marvel is She-Hulk. Moon Knight number 8. My absolute favorite of the Disco Dazzler covers. He looks like Tony Montana from Scarface. Look at that outfit. Come on. Who's not loving these Disco Dazzler covers? Moon Knight also has a Coca-Cola variant cover. Another group of variant covers I'm purchasing. There it is. It's definitely promoting. I guess we can start promoting anything, which we'll see a lot of other ones. And finally, the Ultimates number 3. This is from August 14th releases. And last but not least, we'll look at our releases from this past week. And I have the receipt somewhere. I'm probably not going to reveal how much I spent because I spent way more than I should have spent here. Way more than I should have spent on these comic books. So my weekly comic books are going crazy. For Miles, like the that cover is awesome. The Miles Morales cover is awesome. Yes, the thing is, Blackbeard one, that's a great one from years ago. I wish they made more variant action figures, like pull it from one story. All right, let's finish this up. Let's look at what we got. Batman Superman World's Finest, number 30. World's Finest is kind of like an alternate story to Batman Superman. I've enjoyed it. In the last one, they were fighting Mxyzptlk and Batmite. I think this is a new story arc that's going to contain Wonder Woman, an alternate Wonder Woman. If I remember correctly, the other one ended with issue number 29. Yeah, this one's Death in Paradise, so it's a new arc. It takes a different look at them. I love my reprints. One of my all-time favorite series, Crisis of Infinite Earths, number 5, even though it killed the Flash, and you know I'm a huge Flash fan. Right, with the original, probably went and bought this when I was that age, original ads and all, even the original mailbags too. I love these. I love this cover. I would spend time when I was younger with this cover just trying to go through every face and naming every character. I always thought this would make a really good t-shirt too, this Crisis thing. Dark Knights of Steel, all winter. It's the second series of Dark Knights. Part of me, I'm sweating because of the fever. This is issue number 2. It continues the story of the two realms. It's more in black and white though. It's got a better feel. If you're a fan of House of Dragons, you'll be a fan of that. New series, Jenny Sparks. Yes, she's back. This is adult. This is a black label, so it's more adult. I like the character, so I figured I'd give it a try. See how it is. And the black labels are a little more expensive, too. And again, let's look at my favorite variant covers, probably of all time. Superpowers. Look at how awesome these are. The best part is, look at the back. Actually, look. This looks like I could pull this off the shelf and display it. This is Superman 17. Here's the actual cover. I would buy these all day. I haven't missed one yet. Actually, Green Lantern, they didn't order this week for me, so I didn't get the Green Lantern War Journal one. But the Nightwing one, look at how awesome that is. Comes with the card, shows you that the actions it has. Please, if anybody out there knows McFarlane, let them know they should be making these. I do. I have comic fever. I really do. I'm hurting right now. Oh, that would be awesome. Laszlo, I would definitely buy. Jenny Sparks comes from the Authority, Superman villain team. He's been in one of the movies, one of the cartoons. So give it a try. She's a British. It's more adult oriented. Let's look at some of the independents. If you've been paying attention, I didn't buy a lot of independents, but I do buy some. Mostly by people who have been on the show. So Local Man is written by Tony Fleecs. Tony Fleecs did an interview with us a couple of weeks ago. Great guy, writing some really good stuff. This is his thing about a superhero who kind of tries to live like a normal life. Dude, go out and get it, man. Go out and get these superpower ones. The more people buy them, the more likely they are to continue them. And I want to see more. I want to see every DC character as one of these superpower things. Some more Disco Dazzler variants. Deadpool number 5. Unfortunately, she wasn't in the movie. But there is Deadpool all glittered out. Deadpool also has a Coca-Cola variant. There's Deadpool, hanging out on a bottle of Coke. I wonder how much Coke paid to be on the cover. An adult series at Marvel, Get Fury, has been really good. It's Fury and the Punisher during the Vietnam War. And the Punisher is sent to kill Fury, but, he's not going to kill him. Coming soon. Deadpool team up. Namor, started reading this. It's pretty good. Hasn't caught its stride yet, though. Hopefully they'll give it time to do it. I'm a big fan of Namor. You gotta look at this pile that's piling up here. It's actually coming into frame now. That's how big it is. Something I've been looking forward to for a while. Predator versus Black Panther. This is the Scotty Young cover. This should be an awesome series. The fact that Marvel now has a lot of the Sony characters, right? Aliens, Predator, and they're crossing them over. They have Avengers vs. Aliens coming up, I think, next month. The sky's the limit, man. Planet of the Apes. I want to see the Planet of the Apes come into the regular Marvel universe. I've been waiting for this since I was a kid when they first put out the Planet of the Apes comic books. Scarlet Witch number 3. This is the Coca-Cola variant, right? Yeah, because there's a bottle of Coke right there. She's at a comic book shop. Always love when they do that. She also has a Disco Dazzler variant cover. She has one of the best outfits. This is issue number 3. One of my other favorite characters over at Marvel is Spider-Woman. This is Spider-Woman number 10. Great cover. Story's been great. Talking about her being a mother. And the Ultimate Spider-Man number 8. Ultimates has been growing in size now. Also picked this up. The artist of this, Sean Von Gorman, was at my local comic shop. Unfortunately, I was away, but the comic store was nice enough. The guys there are great. Nick and Ron and Gore. They had this one signed for me. I love these. And this is from Magma. Great series. I also picked up, what I normally don't do, I picked up some other stuff. I picked up a back issue. They had a Fantastic Four collection come in, and they let me go through it. Here's Fantastic Four 240. It was only $1. Haven't been able to buy back issues because I've been away. This is the stack. Holy, hurt my arm just picking it up. And the last thing I bought, I normally don't buy, but it was a Scotty Young Marvel box. Look at how awesome that is. Celebrating 85 years. It will be not only filled, but will be displayed also. I normally, if you haven't watched the show before, Comic Plug knows, normally I go over how much I spent. But I spent way too much to do that this month. Let's just say I spent close to over 300. Don't tell my wife because I'll get in trouble. Thank you all for joining me as I went through my collection. I really appreciate you. A lot of you out there today. Come back next Thursday, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll do the same thing. We go over our weekly thing. Tell me what you bought. I love to hear what you guys are buying too. Yeah, it's a great looking box, right? I normally don't buy the box. I have a couple around, and it's been good. Dude, the Get Fury is fantastic. The Get Fury has been one of the best series coming out of Marvel right now. Very gritty, takes you back to the Vietnam War. Dude, Laszlo, I've been buying, if you check out some of our other episodes, I've been buying old Fantastic Fours and getting them at ridiculously cheap prices. I just recently bought the first appearance of Black Bolt, and it was cheap. We have some episodes coming up soon. This weekend, we're going to look at our last of our 1,500 comic books that we bought. If you guys are interested, we bought 1,500 comic books, and we're selling them. So if you'd like to buy them, just let us know. Watch the episodes. Next week, we're going to look at my stop at the oldest comic book shop. Brian went to a comic book shop in South Carolina. And I also looked for comic shops in Alaska. So that episode's coming up too. And I visited the Museum of Pop Culture, which was amazing for any collector. So subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming things. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to join us next Thursday, same time, 6 o'clock. We'll go over what we bought. You guys mention what you bought. Love to see pictures. Send us to us at collectorsconfessions@gmail.com. We'll post them on some of our episodes. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next week. Love what you collect. Collect what you love. Thanks, guys. See you next week.